yourself in the chat. My name is Helene Brandt. I'm your host this afternoon, and it's lovely to have you here. We're also going live on Facebook, so if anybody, for any reason, has any internet trouble, you can catch up on Facebook and also through the recording afterwards. Hello and good afternoon, and welcome to our webinar. Today, we're going to be sharing some wonderful new ECD resources with you. Best news of all is it's all free, great free resources and also quality resources, right? To support ECD centers across the country. Feel free to use the chat section to introduce yourself. We'd love to know where you're from. My name is Helene Brandt. I'm the marketing manager for Grow, and I'm very happy to be here today. Let me check in the chat. I see we have lots of people here. Wendy says hello from Bright Sparks Playgroup. She's in KZN. There's Bright Beginnings Creche from Polokwane. Thank you for joining us. And Erica from the Mary Poppins Children's Centre in Wynberg, Cape Town. Hello. Shannon is from Elru. Welcome, Shannon. Thelma, she's from Crayons Play School in Queenstown, Eastern Cape. Mbuso, Lorato, we have people from the Free State. Hello, Aurelia. She says she's joining us from Cadeo Nursery School and Baby Care. And thank you, Terrell, for confirming that we're also live on Facebook. I see you. Wow, lots of wonderful messages in the chat. Too many even to mention by name, but it's wonderful to see so many of you returning from previous webinars. And I think also there's quite a few new people on the webinar today. So the purpose of these webinars really is to share very practical ECD resources. By the end of this lunch hour, when you put down your phone, close your laptop, I want you to know at least 2 or 3 practical things that you can go and do immediately to improve your ECD center, improve your operations, improve your education outcomes, just practical tools that helps you to run your preschool more effectively. Also welcome, I see online we have a few people from other organizations that work with ECD centers. That's fantastic. These resources will help you too. And I also see some people from the Department of Basic Education. Welcome. So welcome to everyone. It's lovely to have you on this call. All right, so just a little bit of housekeeping to make sure you know what's happening and what's going on. Today, we're going to really focus on how Grow ECD can empower your ECD center owners, the teachers, and even parents with free, quality, locally made ECD resources. So our agenda today, we're going to do a quick overview of what Grow ECD is in case you've forgotten. Then we'll dive straight into an introduction to the resource center. I'm going to demo it for you step by step so you know exactly how to use it when you leave this recording. I'll show you how to discover and see examples of resources, and I'll explain also how else Grow can help you if you have other areas of your ECD small business where maybe you need help with. I am happy to answer any of your questions. Please use the chat section to share your comments or share your questions as we go. As you imagine, we have hundreds of people joining us, so if I miss your question, I apologize. We'll do our best to get to every question that there is. The number one question is always, is this meeting being recorded? And the answer, luckily, is yes. So we will share the recording with you afterwards. It's also available on our YouTube channel, and it is available for you even if you've missed some of this meeting. So let's get started. Many of you will have known about Grow ECD, you know about us, perhaps you're using our app. Just as a quick introduction, Grow ECD is a South African nonprofit organization. We were started more than a decade ago by 2 wonderful women. The one is Lisa Voortman, who's a special needs educator and someone who has run her own ECD center for many, many years. And we're part of a bigger group of nonprofits called Taking Care of Business. So we're really an impact organization that wants to help see every child, no matter which neighborhood or which community they grow up in, to have access to 5-star quality early learning. We feel that that's really what we want for all South African children, because we know that when kids get a great start in life and a quality early learning experience, that unlocks their potential, right? Not just in school, but it unlocks their potential in life. So our vision is that we want every child to have access to five-star early learning. And how are we going to do that? Well, we don't work with the child directly. We actually work with the people who are educating our next generation. And that is our center owners, our teachers, and also our parents. And we as the adults are responsible to create those five-star learning environments for children. How do we do that? Well, we equip and we connect your ECD business with the technology, the tools, the resources, and the support that you need to provide a quality education and to run a sustainable ECD center. And you'll hear that we talk a lot about sustainability. That's a big part of what we do. All right, so I want to know, have you ever felt like the CEO of your ECD center? And I mean the chief everything officer. What does it take to run a five-star ECD center? Well, you have to be the chief everything officer. To run a successful, sustainable preschool, you are responsible for the people in your center. You are responsible for leadership, and that includes your own leadership. You are responsible to create a safe place. The place is where the kids can learn, they're healthy, it's a safe environment. As the CEO, Chief Everything Officer, you are also responsible for the program which you offer. That's your service. And you have to have consistent, effective policies, procedures, and be compliant. And that's all your processes. So if you think about it, Grow ECD has developed different tools and services, which I'll show you now, to help you effectively manage all these four pillars of running an ECD center: people, the place, the program, and the processes. Those are all the components you need to run an effective center, and we work across all of these elements. So most importantly, we realize that it actually starts that running a great preschool starts with you, the center owner, the leader, right? And you are the leader. You are the captain of the ship. You're the CEO, as I just mentioned. And as the CEO, we believe that the best type of ECD center leaders need to have both a heart for children and a head for business to run a successful ECD center. And you'll see we call this our formula for ECD success. Now, a heart for children means that you understand and you prioritize the developmental needs of the learners. You're committed to employing the best teachers that you can afford, and you want to deliver a quality program. You want to offer nutritious food, a safe environment where children can feel loved and can feel safe. And where you can help, where you're helping children to grow up ready for big school. That's hard for children. Now, head for business. Ladies, this is often where we fall flat, because a head of business means that you understand that your preschool is also a small business, and you have to use business thinking and business principles to bring out your heart for children and have a quality service. So this includes caring about the people that you employ, managing your finances and your operations, keeping your admin up to date, complying with registration requirements, for example. A head for business is also about how you do marketing, how you're fundraising, how you manage your parents, how your communications is effective. And it also focuses on your continuous professional development. If you're running a preschool, that's not just the learners that are learning. We know that the teachers are always learning, and the center owners, we also have to invest in ourselves and our leadership skills. So well done to you for joining a webinar, which is part of your professional development. Now you're going to say, Helene, this heart for children, head for business, I get it. But how do I develop those skills? Okay, well, you're already joining webinars to learn more. That's fantastic. Let me show you a little bit about how Grow can help you on your journey towards operating a five-star ECD center. We have a few different tools, and today we're going to dive into one of them specifically. But for those of you who don't know, we have a free mobile app. This is South Africa's most popular ECD app. Over 5,000 ECD centers, center owners, teachers, and parents are already using it. And it's a free tool to help you run your preschool from your phone. It's like having your school in your pocket. Even if you're out buying groceries for the school, you actually still have your admin and everything with you on your phone. So the app has a lot of amazing tools inside to help you with your learner enrollment, daily attendance registers, staff enrollment, staff attendance registers, learner assessments to see if kids are on track, parent management tools. You can track your income, track your expenses, draw your reports on how your business is doing, and you can access all those admin tools as well as data-free online training. Now, the section we're going to dive into today is this bullet that says hundreds of free downloads. So on the mobile app, there's a special section where you access ECD resources, free downloads. And today I'm going to tell you about how we've been improving that. So if you've seen that section before, don't worry, it's new. We're going to show you amazing new features in there. The second one is the free online curriculum. Inside the app, there is a digital NCF aligned and plague-based curriculum for your 0 to 2-year-olds, your babies and your toddlers, as well as for your 2 to 5-year-olds. Okay, and I'm not talking about downloading a boring PDF with just text written to tell you, do this, do that, do this, do that. This is like a more visual curriculum where you and your teachers can see step-by-step guides for the themes that you can apply every week of the term. It shows you photos and videos of how to implement that. There's voice notes from other experienced teachers that give you tips for the week and for the day. So it's like having a mentor, right? It's like having a mentor teacher to support you. It also has songs and rhymes. So let's say it says play the song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. Well, you don't know that song. That's fine because we've recorded it for you and you can literally just press play and you can play that song in the class or play it for yourself and it will play it for you. Even better, the online curriculum is data free. So you and your teachers, you don't need to go and buy lots of expensive data or get Wi-Fi to access the online curriculum. I'm getting very excited. I need to come back to the point, right? Which is we're going to talk about those resources. I'm going to get there shortly. I just want to tell you very briefly about the ECD Business Accelerator training. If you think that developing your heart for children and your head for business needs a bit more work, you can invest in yourself by signing up for our ECD Business Accelerator. It is a 6-part training course in person at our offices. And this is a fantastic training program where you come to our office once a week, usually on a Friday for 6 weeks, and we work together to learn about leadership, managing people, managing staff, managing our money, getting control back of our money, what it takes to be financially sustainable, how to achieve financial sustainability for your center, what it takes to deliver top quality education, and we have a module all about compliance and registration. This is a wonderful program, and you can sign up for the next one coming up soon. I'll ask my colleague Terrell to put a link in the chat where you can read more about the accelerator. And then finally, number 4 is for centers who are ready to walk a deep journey with Grow. This is a 3-year support program. We call it our ECD Small Business Program. And here it's all about heart for children and head for business. And we work with the center for 3 years to really focus on curriculum. We provide a classroom kit of equipment, detailed training for your teachers every quarter or every month, however much they need. We provide an education mentor who visits your center and works with your teachers to improve the education. And we have an optional baby program if maybe you also have babies. So the small business program has a deep dive on improving education quality while also having a whole section on business. Here you work with our business mentor to understand how you're going to improve your center's finances, become sustainable, achieve all the compliance requirements, registration compliance. Sorry, I have something in my throat. And we even give you access to low-cost ECD finance. Let me take a sip of water here. Hold on. Thank you so much for waiting for me. So the 3-year program is an intense program, and we work with centers in Durban, Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Gqeberha, and over 170 centers have already joined this program. So reach out to us if you're interested in how we can support you. Okay, I'm going to check in the chat to see if there are any questions for now, and then we're going to dive into it. All right, there was already a question about the app. Someone was asking if it's available for iPhones. So currently the app is specifically for Android users. But Carol, what I'm going to show you today, the ECD Resource Centre, that is available on the web. So you can access that as an iPhone user. It's our first step to helping to get to more web-based solutions, because we know many people want to also use their iPhones or maybe a tablet or a laptop. Okay, so good news. Today we're going to show you that. Okay, let me continue. Yeah. So the question I have, I often hear is that to find resources for your center can be a struggle, because like there's a lot of different challenges to finding quality downloadable resources. I don't know if this is you, but if you've ever Googled a resource, you were looking for a cell phone policy or a admissions policy, and you find some random thing from America, and it's very Americanized, and it's not appropriate for how you operate your center in South Africa. So I find that using resources like Google, or if you ask ChatGPT, the results of what you get is very generic. And it's not really South Africa specific or locally relevant. You want to make sure your resources are aligned to the NCF, for example. I also see that sometimes the resources are really low quality. They are pixelated, or it's like a grade 10 put them together. It wasn't really developed by the best possible teacher. The other thing that I find is that the downloadable resources are not all aligned to the NCF, or they're not aligned to the DBE registration requirements. And DBE through Vangasali, through the Bandapele registration drives, has given us very clear guidelines on what type of policies, procedures we need to have ready for registration. Then, let's say you find a nice resource. Now you download it. Most likely you're downloading a PDF. Let's say it's an enrollment form, or it's a learner assessment report, progress report. It's a PDF. Now you can't edit it. Now that's not very helpful. Or if it's a song that you need or a video that you need, it's not easy to download those either, and it needs a lot of data to download those types of things. Also, the nice resources that I did find, I need to pay for them. Now, that's also not great. I just think that it's really difficult if you feel like you have to start from scratch every time. And we felt like there was no central platform where center owners, teachers, parents could come to find a variety of ECD resources. That includes business resources, teaching, compliance, parent tools. You don't want to go to lots of different places. And also, let's face it, data is expensive. Most centers don't have Wi-Fi. Now you're doing all of this with your mobile data. It really racks up the bill. So my question to you, I'm gonna have a poll up. And I want to know, where do you currently find your resources? I'm opening a poll. If you look at your phone or on your laptop or your tablet right now, I'm asking, where do you currently find your ECD resources? Downloads like a policy or a procedure or a classroom activity. Not your program, not your full program, just those extras, like a spare resource that you need or a poster that you were looking for. Where do you find them? You use Google, ChatGPT? Do you make it yourself? Do you ask on your WhatsApp groups? Do you ask on Facebook? Maybe your ECD forum, DBE's website? Or maybe you're already using the Grow Giraffe app. Okay, wonderful. I'm going to end the poll now and share the results with you. So really interesting. It's wonderful to see that 21% of you already use the Grow Giraffe app. Most of you say that you Google it or you are making it yourself. Well, I want to send those that are making it themselves, I want to send you a gold medal and a cake and say thank you very much. That is incredible and that's wonderful. And I'm hoping that today I'm going to give you back your weekend and that you won't be sitting too many more weekends Googling, cutting out, printing, and figuring out. And we're going to save you a lot of time and energy. That's what I'm hoping to do today. Hold on, now I've misplaced my slide. All right. So Gwendolyn, thank you. I see that you've raised your hand. Can you use the chat to just type your question or your comment, and I'm going to get back to you. So let me introduce to you the new Grow ECD Resource Centre. So we've always had a resource centre in our app, but we've now upgraded it. The Grow ECD Resource Centre is like an online library. Imagine it's like a library with lots of free tools, templates, guides, like learning activities designed to help centers run their businesses better and support your classrooms. So it's hosted by Grow ECD, but it contains resources that have been supplied by many other trusted ECD partners, and that is fantastic. I'm going to show you those now. And these resources are designed to assist center owners, managers, teachers, and parents. There are different categories and different types of resources. I'll show you that in a second. And you'll discover a variety of tools. Like there are PDFs, there are Word documents, there are songs, there are rhymes, there are video documents. So a variety of different types of files. So what's new? Let me tell you that this new resource center is available in your Giraffe app, as always, but it's also available on your web browser. So that means you could use your Chrome or your Safari, whatever web browser you use. So if you're an iPhone user, for example, you can access this resource center. Also, what's new is that anyone can register. So you'll remember in the past, if a teacher wanted to have access to the resource center, the center owner would have to register them as a staff member on her app so that the teacher can get the Meerkat app and then she can access resources. But we've had calls from many students who are currently studying ECD. And they're not working yet at a center and they're not running a center. They want to be a teacher, a practitioner, and they couldn't use the resource center. So now they can. It's on the web and anybody can register. You use your name, your surname, your cell phone number or your email address, and then you select whether you're a center owner, a teacher, a parent, or an organization. The other thing that's new is that it's now data free. So Grow pays for all the data. When you go on there, whoever service provider you're with, they invoice us and we pay the bill. You don't pay for the data. We also have updated and expanded resources, lots of new resources on there. And we are now accepting more partner submissions to grow this collection. So other organizations that have wonderful ECD resources, if they want us to host it, we can host it on this platform for them so that it really becomes a one-stop shop for you, so that you don't have to run around from different sites to different sites. So now there are over 450 free downloads, and it's available on our app and also available through this link, resources.growecd.org.za. We'll share that link with everybody. And there's lots of different categories under which you can find resources from center management, your forms and templates, marketing your ECD center, parent communication, professional development, educational activities, numeracy, literacy, nutrition, all those categories. I'm going to show you more. Something, for example, that's really lovely on there is the parent bulletins. So if you are following the Grow themes from the Grow curriculum, then we've already designed parent newsletters or parent bulletins that you can share to your parents every week to help them understand what they can do at home to support the learning that you're doing at school. It really makes your center look very, very professional and encourages parents to be more involved. All right, here's a few things. There's always admin. there's a bit of admin that I need to tell you about. A few things that you need to know about the Resource Centre. If your app is not up to date, you won't be able to access this latest Resource Centre. So make sure you get onto Wi-Fi and update your Grow Giraffe and your Meerkat apps. Then the certain resources are only available on the app. Okay, so in the app, and then there's the web one, right? Certain resources are only available on the app. And those are all the resources that relate to the online curriculum. Because the online curriculum, you can only get on the app, right? So certain resources like the parent bulletin and the other curriculum related material is only in the app. So the app is still one of the best ways to access everything. The access to the Resource Centre is free. You just need an internet connection. It's data free, so it shouldn't take data for you to use it. And we source the resources from Grow and also from partner organizations. Okay, so that's a nice little summary. Now, Helene, where do I find it? So if you have your phone open and you're checking it out, where is it? In the app, you go to the My Tools section, and under My Tools, you will find the Resource Centre. If you have an iPhone or you're a student, you don't have the app, this is where you'll find it. Take a screenshot of this. You come to the Grow ECD website, you go to our section called Resources, and there's a drop-down called ECD Resource Centre. As simple as that. So now that you've found the Resource Centre, you'll need to sign up. And let me show you very quickly what that means. So when you sign up, you will sign up with your basic information so that we can show you the right content. We're not going to show you lots of parent content if you're a center owner. So we'll gather some basic information so that we can show you the right information. We can also let you know when new resources are available, for example. And it's all POPI compliant. Your data is going to be safe and stored securely. And don't worry, we're not going to spam you. We're just asking for some very basic information. You'll only have to fill this in once and the website will remember you. So the site will remember who you are next time. You're only going to fill in this once. You add your name, your last name, your email, which is optional, and your mobile number. And then you can choose whether we are allowed to contact you or not to tell you when new resources are available. So if you don't want us to contact you, you just select that. But if you'd like us to tell you on email or SMS if there's new resources or other things available, choose that. And then finally, choose whether you're a center owner, a teacher, or a parent so that we can show you the most relevant resources. I hope you are getting as excited as I am and you're wondering, I wonder what resources are on there. You're already thinking of that resource that you took the whole Saturday morning to write it and you're thinking maybe they have that one. So as we do the demo, I'd love to know from you, which resource would you like me to show you? I am going to put up a poll and hold on one second. I've got a list here of a couple of resources that are quite popular. Go look on your phone right now or on your laptop and click which one do you want me to show you? A teacher job description, maybe? An educational video? A learner enrollment form? A 3 to 4 year assessment activity? A cell phone policy or fundraising ideas? These are all good ones. People are answering. Okay, 70 people have already voted for which resource they would like to see. And I'm going to close the poll now in the next few seconds. Okay, I'm ending the poll now. Let me share the results. Okay, it looks like the most popular request is a 3 to 4 year old assessment activity guide, as well as the fundraising ideas. Okay, let's see. I'm going to show you the 3 to 4 year assessment activities. Let's do that. So when you come to, I'm showing you, obviously not on my phone today because I'm sharing this on a laptop, but it will look the same. When you're on your phone, it'll just be mobile friendly. But let's say you came through the website and you went to resources.growecd.org.za. This is the landing page. You'll know you're in the right place. You can literally click here, access resources now, or you can click here at the top. This page just has a little bit of information about the app in case you still need the app. If maybe you don't have it yet, there's a quick link to download it. It also shares the list of the amazing organizations that have contributed their resources free of charge to this resource center. We hope to have more brands on here soon. So if your organization has even one great resource that you want to share, please reach out to us. That would be fantastic. And there's also our contact details. You can chat to us on WhatsApp if you have any issues, if you're struggling to log in, if you have any questions. Okay. Then when you click Access Resources Now, you'll register, like I showed you, with your name, email, and you'll choose who you are, and then you log in. This is where you land. The Resource Center has various ways for you to search. You can't get it wrong. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can use this section here at the top to search for something specific. Maybe you don't know what you're looking for. You just want to come explore what's available, what's nice. Here are all the categories. So you could go into art and creativity, perhaps, or center management, educational activities, nutrition, marketing, policies and procedures, registering your center, social and emotional development. So we have a few lovely categories here. You can go into a category and go and explore what they have available. Let's take, for example, what's in center management. Let's look. Oh, there's an HR toolkit. This resource is incredible. If you need a step-by-step guide on HR for ECD centers specifically, that's amazing. If you're interviewing people, here's sample interview questions for those interviews. There's a one-pager on how to retain teachers, certificates of service. And you see here at the bottom, there are even more resources. You can just click next. It will show you the next page. Employee information, national minimum wage, payslip templates, salary letters, appreciation certificates, volunteer contracts. Wow, there's a lot. And that's just in the one category. So do you see here in the filters, we're currently in center management, and I can also just clear that filter and come back to the start. Okay, so let's say you could go into a category and see what's available. You could also filter here on the left-hand side, which is very convenient. There's all the categories, and you can click which one you're interested in. I saw a few people said that they wanted to see an educational video. Now that's really easy to do if you come to file type. You can say, I'm actually only interested in an audio, or I'm actually only interested in a video today. I want to see all the videos. Look at that. Suddenly I have a list of all the videos that's available. Finger Gym, amazing videos from Makulu Trust, which explains how to use all their videos. These videos are fantastic. You could literally go through each one step by step. It'll empower you and your teachers so much. I have looked at all of them. It's wonderful. Being positive, asking what questions, asking where questions, pointing and naming, incredible foundational resources for teachers. I'm coming back to the start. So I've removed file type. Here you can also look by contributor. So let's say you're really interested today, not in what Grow ECD has to share, but you're interested in the resources that have been provided by Fathers Matter, or Music for Minis, or Mikulu Trust, or Book Dash, or Wild Hearts. Let me show you the Wild Hearts ones. So Wild Hearts, they specialize in ECD education with an environmental lens. So all their resources here are about animals and the environment. These are great activities to add into your daily plan. Here, for example, you can see a term 3 activity, a maze, and the theme is the elephant. Or there's tracing shapes, fish. It's a term 4 activity. So beautiful resources you can download there. Okay, so I've orientated you a little bit on how to navigate. Let's say you're looking for something specific. In our case, we mentioned that we want the 3 to 4 year assessment guide. So I actually know what I'm looking for. I'm going to type the word assessment and let's see, what do we find? Quite a few things. There is a 3 to 4 year assessment activity guide, 4 to 5 year, 2 to 3 years, assessment reports, score sheets, teacher evaluation assessments, criteria. Okay, quite a few resources. The one that we were looking for is for our 3 to 4 year olds. So when I click on 3 to 4 year olds, it tells me that this can be found in forms and templates if I ever need it in a category. And it's a comprehensive guide for completing the learner assessment for your ages 3 to 4 years. And let me download it. I click download. There it goes. It's downloaded into my downloads folder and it's available. Let me open it up. And there we go. So it shows me all of the categories of the developmental categories. For example, here is social emotional. Here are the questions, the teacher observations, and the rubric to know whether the answer is no, still developing, or yes. Gross motor, fine motor, emergent literacy, emergent numeracy and maths. These are all the questions which are age appropriate for the 3 to 4 year olds. How easy was that? What was the other one that was very popular? Fundraising. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to type the word fundraise in here. Let's see what we find. Oh, hold on. Fundraising. Oh my goodness, quite a few fundraising resources. This one sounds interesting. Fundraising ideas, a one-pager. Let me download that. Let's see. See if we can raise some money today. Save that. Let's open it up. Ooh, nice. Here are some center-based fundraising ideas, community-based, and there's some tips that we actually have. Wow, we have fundraising letter templates, raffle sheet templates, and examples. That's very interesting. Oh, look there. If you're holding a raffle, there's a raffle sheet example. There's an individual sponsorship request template, fundraising template for parents. So let's open a template. I wanted to check something. A template usually means that you can edit it and it will be a Word document. Yep, there we go. Let's see what it looks like. Amazing. It's a Word document. You can put this on your own letterhead, or you can add your logo, your school name, your address, and your contact number in there. It has a basic template that explains what to do and how to do it. An event will take place on this date and this time, and you can fill it in. It really gives you a good guideline of what to do. That's amazing. Okay, let's see here if we have some questions that I can afternoon. Okay, there's a good question. Someone is asking if you have to be an ECD owner to join the Grow trainings. She's asking for a friend who wants to start a center. You do have to be a center owner if you want to join the accelerator, but to use our online training and to join our webinars, that's open to the public. Griselle says, how do I get this app? Good question, Griselle. It's on your Google Play Store. It's called Grow Giraffe, and we'll share the link to that. But if you find the Grow Giraffe app, that's the one you're looking for, and you can get it there. If you were looking for this website specifically, remember I was explaining that you go to growecd.org.za, and then you click under resources to go to the ECD Resource Centre. That's this one that I was just showing you now, the online one. Carol, that's a very good question. She says, some people, when you click download, and you download a document on your phone, people sometimes struggle to find that downloaded document again. So where do you find the download? Listen, Carol, I think you're catching me out here too, because I also sometimes have to take a minute to look and find. I think it depends on your phone and the operating system that you're using, but it's really helpful if you figure out where in your phone do your downloads go. In my case, I have a folder on my phone called Files, and in there is downloads. Or another way to do it, if you know that you've downloaded a PDF, is you can even open your Notes app. In my phone, I can open my Notes app. And then from Notes, I say open PDF or find files to open in that app. Okay, but if anybody else has any tips, we'd love to hear from you. Remember also that we have a help desk that's available to you. Wendy works at our help desk. She's fantastic. She talks multiple languages and she knows this app back to front. And I promise you, she's answered every single question you can think of, including how to clear your cache, how to make space for the app. The help desk is available during office hours. You can WhatsApp the help desk or call us, and we will provide you with some guidance how to answer your questions. But please, just if you're in the app, let's say you forgot your password, there's a button that says forgot password and helps you reset your password. So, just do those things before you contact the help desk. Otherwise, Wendy will never be able to go home, right? She'll just have to work 24/7. Okay, I want to continue with one or two things. So we've now showed you the ECD Resource Centre. I've showed you one or two resources, and I think that it's become very, very clear that the Resource Centre has a lot of benefits. I mean, it's already built into your Giraffe app, so you don't need any new tools. That is a big plus. You can use it to save lots of time and to be more professional and just look really, really professional. You can access it everything on your phone or your tablet or your computer. You don't need any data. You can find resources that support your journey to DBE compliance and registration. So all those policies, procedures, and templates that you need, they are there. And there's lots of helpful resources from other organizations. If any of you are busy with your registration journey, I just wanted to show you some of these examples. For those of you who are following the Banapele registration route, I know that you are now allowed to also submit hand-drawn plans. If you're not sure what a hand-drawn plan looks like, we have a resource on the Resource Centre, which gives you an example of a hand-drawn plan and some tips for how to do it. We also have this lovely one-pager that explains how to get registered on the eCares system. We have the DBE Banapele Silver and Gold registration framework with the checklist of all the norms and standards that you need to achieve for both silver and for gold. And we have other amazing templates like your business plan template. I know that when I say business plan, some of us, we get cold sweats. No need to sweat. There's a lovely business plan template that you can use. Also, I think that there's lots of beautiful educational resources and things that you might never have considered to download. Things like the lovely songs and rhymes. There is a host of songs and rhymes. Go to the audio section and to the video section and just liven up your classroom. Your teachers, they also get bored, right, with the same thing. This is a wonderful place to find some new resources and get inspired. Maybe you are even thinking about improving the types of classroom resources in your space. If you search for make your own, you're going to find a list of wonderful make your own resource guides that show you how to make your own items at school using recyclable material, using found items. Look here, this is a color counting and matching game, the music shaker, a birthday chart. We have lots of great ideas. This is also wonderful for students who need to build up their portfolio, or maybe if you're hosting an intern, you can tell them, okay, I want you to come to school and make your own resources. Come show me how you want to contribute to my classroom. So these are really helpful. As we come to the end of the webinar, I just want to say again, a big thank you for the organizations who have contributed their resources free of charge. and we invite other organizations that want to contribute to reach out to us as well. Makulu Trust, here you can see their beautiful videos. For example, here you can see a Fathers Matter resource, which is about improving father involvement at your ECD center. We have some do's and don'ts on one pager. Amazing now to talk about during Father's Day. Sorry, I have been ill and I'm still coughing. Here you can see an example of some of the Wild Hearts resources, which was contributed by the Made Better Together Foundation. Here are their classroom decor resources, beautiful posters that you could literally print and laminate and make your center look beautiful. Okay, this is a page that I want you to screenshot. If you're on your phone, take a screenshot right now. This is the contact details for the app help desk. If you need assistance with the app and using the app, the help desk is available during office hours. You can WhatsApp or email. And otherwise, if you want to get in contact with our regional team, here are the numbers you need to screenshot right now for our Cape Town, our Johannesburg, our Durban, and our Gqeberha branch. That's where we are hosting our accelerator, where we work with centers through our small business program. Okay. I see lots of questions in the chat. I'm going to come to you in a second. I'm starting to stop sharing now. Incredible. Thank you, everyone. We've moved through the whole presentation. I'm just going to check if there's questions that I can help to answer. Someone is asking if the curriculum is only available online. What is the process of purchasing it? You cannot purchase it because it's available for free online. So the Grow ECD curriculum is embedded in the Grow Giraffe app. If you go to My Tools, there's a section called Curriculum, and you can download the curriculum there in the PDF kind of written format. But I'll be honest with you, the better way to do it is to go into the online curriculum, which has the multimedia included, and that's data free. So literally every Friday, for example, we find what centers do is the teachers sit together on the Friday. They maybe have one tablet or one phone between them, and they go through the planning for the theme for next week. They'll see it's insects. They listen to the voice note that's included in the curriculum, which is from a experienced teacher telling you what to prepare for this week, what to put out, what you're going to be doing with your learners. You go through the activities, morning ring, art, free play, second ring, story time. Everything is built into the digital curriculum. There are videos also to show you how to do it. So let's say the activity is use your Lego bricks to create sea characters. And you're like, what? I don't know what you mean. The video will actually show you, oh, here's how they've made the sea characters. Here's how they play in the water basin. Here's how they integrate it into the curriculum. So that's the best way to do it. But if you're not sure, we have lots of demo videos on that, and the help desk can also guide you. Tabi is asking if Grow ECD is one of the NGOs that DBE assigns to ECDs. Okay, so Tabi, yes and no. I guess the answer often is it depends. Grow ECD is signed up as an official NPO partner to DBE's Banapele registration drive. We provide lots of information. We have an amazing blog article with a detailed step-by-step guide. We have registration resources. We have all these tools to support your registration. The only thing you need to do is you need to actually register, right? Grow can't register you on your behalf. You need to sit down and do it. But we have lots of resources to show you step-by-step how to do that. The centers that are on our small business program, they do get a little bit more support because they are part of our network. So yes, Grow is part of the DBE and the Banapele registration drive. If you need registration resources, our website has, like I mentioned, the great blog article. We've also run an incredible webinar just last month with Mpho from the DBE, and I suggest you watch that webinar. It's on our YouTube channel, a 1-hour webinar where we work with DBE step by step through every screen on the registration guide. to show you what to do. Zama is asking if we work with NPOs who capacitate ECDs to make them aware of the app. Yes, Zama, absolutely. We work with many other ECD organizations. I mean, none of us can do this alone, and we need to share and help each other out. So we work with the Domino Foundation, with you know what is happening now? I'm going to forget all the names because I'm under pressure. But yes, we would be happy to work with other NPOs, and we train and support them on how to use the app, and we work together to help centers and fill the gaps where we can. Audrey, oh my goodness, Audrey. Teacher Audrey says there's a spelling error. I love that, Audrey. You are into the details. Did we miss a spelling there for rhymes and songs? I'm going to check that out. Thank you very much. Okay. Someone is saying they need help to assess their children 4 years and make progress reports. If you need if you need to assess learners and do progress reports, the app is exactly what you need. Inside the app, there is an assessment, a built-in assessment per age group for all of your learners. So if a child's 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, it'll choose the right assessment questions for you. You answer the questions for the child, and then it puts it into a report that you can share with parents. Okay, so we also have had online webinars on that, where you can watch the recording of how that works step by step. There's an online training course inside the app on learner assessment. So if you go into your app, go to My Tools Training, do the training, online training on learner assessment. It's going to show you step by step what to do and how to do it. And you'll even get a certificate of completion when you are done. So please do that. And if you still then have any issues, reach out to the help desk. We'll show you how to do the learner assessment and the progress report. Bulel, why are you asking such a good question? She says, I'd like to know if I can use my Giraffe app or open it without the data. Okay, that's a very, very good question. So when you want to go into your Giraffe app, you need a little bit of data to connect to the app. And then many of the features in there, almost like WhatsApp, needs a little bit of data. But the sections that need a lot of data, that's the sections that are data free. So the whole app is not data free. You need a bit of data. You need an internet connection to get into the app and to maybe do the learner assessment or daily attendance. But if you want to use sections that have video content and needs a lot of data, that's your training, your resource center. Those two, they need a lot of data. Those are data free. Okay, so you won't need data to get into those. Brandon says that they need help to register their teachers on the app. Okay, I'm going to give you a very short summary. And if you get stuck, reach out to the help desk because we have step-by-step guides as well. But the Giraffe, so remember there's Giraffe app, Meerkat app, and Lion app. Giraffe app is for the center owner. Just imagine you are the giraffe with the tall neck. You can see everything, and you want to see everything about your center, right? So Giraffe is for the center owner. The center owner then registers their staff in the staff section. And when you register them with an email address, they can access Meerkat. So if you need help, we'll put the Tyrrell, I'm sure will put the help desk number again in the chat. Reach out to the help desk and we'll support you. Someone is saying they're hosting an ECD session later and they want to know if they can present Grow. You'll have to drop us an email address, an email for that, and we'll tell us what, when, where, and how, and we'll forward it to the right team to see if they can help you. And Siobhan says, don't forget to send the recording. No problem, Siobhan. Tomorrow, the same time, everybody will get an email from Zoom with the link. And also you can find it on our Facebook and on our YouTube. Okay, lots of questions. I think many of them I've answered. Then Temba says has a great question about the app and says, okay, so if she captures her financials Will her teachers be able to see her financials? And the answer is definitely not. Temba, as the giraffe, you see everything about your business. A teacher can only see her own class and her own learners. She cannot see anything about your parents. She can't see anything about your financials. She can't see anything else about your business, which you do on your giraffe app. And then you also ask if you can print out your monthly financials from the app. Yes, if you capture your income and you capture your expenses, there's a section called reports, and there you can download all your transactions, your income and your expenses. Shirley says that she wants to know more about the small business program. Next week or the week thereafter, I'm going to host an information session. If you are interested to know more about how the Grow ECD small business program, 3-year program, you're ready for the next level, building your heart for children and your head for business. Maybe you can join that. It's usually by invitation only, but I will ask Terrell if she can put the link in the chat for us now. So if you're interested to know more about how Grow's small business program works and whether you can join that, because that's a bit more of a specific types of centers that can join that. See if you can join that meeting. Okay. Is it Chanel? Chanel Landrew, she says, thank you, Grow ECD. You have changed my whole mindset. Amen, sister. Love that. Okay. Lots of good comments. Thank you very much. Nelson says that he's enjoying the Grow, Nelson says that they're enjoying the Grow app, but uploading documents is a bit difficult. Since the only uploads allowed are pictures and not documents. Okay, so Nelson, good news is that we're already working on version 2 of our app because we're aware of some of those little gremlins, and we're hoping to launch that new version of the app early in 2026. Building an app just takes a very, very long time, and we want to do it properly. So sorry about that. But thank you for understanding that you can only upload pictures. So if you have staff documents that you want to upload into the app, you have to take a picture of it rather than a scanned PDF. Looks like there's lots of interest in the learner assessment. We'll definitely host our next webinar in the next month or two on learner assessment. Okay, that's a deal. Are there any other resources that you need, or are there any other topics that you want us to discuss in future webinars? Please put it into the chat. We'd love to see, and we'd love to host more webinars that really help you. And Lorata, she says, I love Grow, but my distance is excluding me. Oh, I also feel that. Lorata, you know what? With technology, I can promise you we are still connected in heart and in spirit. And remember, you've joined this webinar today and already learned so much, and it's like we are with each other in person. I hope that the resources that you download are going to help you a lot. Try the online training in your app. It really is wonderful if you apply what you learn there. And join us for next webinars. We're going to keep you informed. Okay, thank you everyone. It was lovely to have you on this call, and thank you for joining this webinar. I hope that you find lots of useful resources. Feel free to give us feedback if you think there are resources that are missing, other resources that you want to see. If you're an organization that has resources, maybe parenting resources, parenting tips, nutrition tips, recipe books, please share that with us, and we'd love to host it on the ECD Resource Centre too, so that we can help centers across South Africa. And for those of you who are interested in our accelerator, please sign up, don't delay, because those classes fill up fast and we only take 25 people per class. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for joining us. It was lovely to have you here. Thank you, everyone.